Good morning, and thank you for joining us for SBB Live. I am your host and the publisher of Seniors Blue Book, Amanda Barton, and I'm delighted today to bring on one of our brand new partners, Roger Campbell, who's with the Flagler Insurance Group / the Campbell Group. Did I say it correctly, Roger?
You got that exactly correct.
Perfect.
Great job, Amanda.
So you are brand new to the Seniors Blue Book referral network. So I want to make sure that everybody knows a little bit about you and your why. So tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into the field of insurance.
Okay, well, I have been in the insurance business 30 plus years. It goes back to Western Kentucky, and that's where I started. That's where I grew up, in Western Kentucky. And I went into the insurance business at a very young age. And so previously I was a field manager with the Kemper Group. I was an independent agent. Then I was a field rep for the Farm Bureau Group. And then most recently, up until 7 years ago, I was an agency manager and agency owner of Farm Bureau in Henderson, Kentucky. And we had over 20,000 policies in that agency. I had 10 licensed staff people. And so we focused on home, auto, life, business, Medicare supplements, things of that nature. And so my wife and I were just tired of the cold. And then we lost both sets of parents within a 2-year period. And we just decided to move south to Florida. And so that's where we make our home now. For 7 years full time, we've had property here for about 10. And so I joined the Flagler Insurance Group about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And opened the Flagler office. We're at Gateway, right off of I-75. Everybody just about knows where Gateway is. But, you know, Gateway is a growing community area. We insure home, auto, business, wherever you might need it in the state of Florida. We write a lot of business in the Panhandle, Fort Myers, Cape Coral. And Flagler is an affiliate that we write through, and they have offices in Northport, Port Charlotte, Boca, and Orlando.
Okay, so wonderful. You've been around for a while, doing this for a long time. Tell me a little bit about what's going on with open enrollment right now, and some of the things that our aging population may need to know about their Medicare updates or drug plan updates.
Sure. So every year up until early December, we have open enrollment. It's going on right now. So that just simply means that you have the opportunity to change Medicare supplement plans. You can go to another carrier. You can go through underwriting if you do not have a serious illness and change to a regular Medicare supplement. Basically, there is Medicare Advantage, which is little to no premium. And that basically is funded by the federal government. The federal government pays insurance companies to maintain a Medicare supplement for their members, anyone turning 65. So that is almost a zero premium cost to you on a monthly basis. However, there is sometimes a very large copayment involved if you should get ill. Recently, in fact, last week, I had a client that called me and said, my husband and I are on Medicare Advantage plans, and my husband was just diagnosed with a real serious cancer. And so my doctor said we need to get out of our Medicare Advantage plans and get into a regular Medicare supplement. So nothing is free in life. And so unfortunately, when you're in one of the Medicare Advantage plans and you develop a serious illness, you cannot pass underwriting and go into a regular Medicare supplement. Okay. So what that basically means is that client that not only are they ill, but they could be facing $100,000 or $50,000 worth of copays, in addition to, you know, what they're going to on a monthly basis and their illness and worrying about that. So, you know, again, that's a zero premium or little to no premium. You see a Medicare Advantage advertised all the time. But if you should become ill, and let's face it, we're all in the best health that we are today. you're in the best physical condition that you are today that you'll ever be. So the aging senior population, they develop diabetes, cancer, things of that nature. Alex Trebek just passed away this week. He had pancreatic cancer for over a year. So, those are one of the things that you have to worry about in an aging population. A normal Medicare supplement is going to run around $200 per month cost wise, but I can tell you that it's well worth it when you take that plus a prescription drug plan. Even though you think that it's going to be the greatest deal in the world to take a Medicare Advantage for no premium, everything comes back around, they say, as it goes around.
No, that's for sure. Nothing in life is free, and you're going to end up paying for it, whether you pay on the front end and you budget for it, or you get slapped with it on the back end as an unexpected expense. Now, there's a lot of changes with drug plans from what I've heard. Do you want to go into some of the details on why it's so important to examine your drug plans and why it's so important to take one in the first place?
Yeah, well, as we know, prescriptions are very, very expensive. So each year, companies reevaluate their prescription drugs, and they sometimes recategorize them as formulary, non-formulary. And so they change those and the copay that a client might pay when they go to their pharmacy. So each year you can go on Medicare.gov and you can check those, and it will pull up. If you load in your prescriptions, it will tell you in your area which has the best prescription plan for you, whether it's WellCare, whether it's Walgreens or CVS or whoever that it might be. They will tell you on Medicare.gov, which is an unbiased opinion on who has the best prescription plan for you, and that's tailored based on your prescriptions that you take. So every year that changes. The scenery does not stay the same.
No, and it's so important to make sure you're taking a plan, regardless of whether you're taking a medication now. When you're first getting on Medicare, I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't take any prescriptions, so I don't need a plan." I've learned
that's not true. You have certain penalties that are involved if you do not take a prescription. Yeah, if you do not exercise and take a Part D prescription plan when you first go on Medicare, then you have an ever increasing penalty that accrues each month that you're not enrolled in a prescription drug plan. So that can be a percentage based on your adjusted income, and it varies each year and is a cumulative penalty that accumulates each year. So we've had clients before that have come to us 2 or 3 years into Medicare and they have not exercised a Part D plan. They don't realize that they've got several hundreds of dollars that they have to pay in penalty just before they can get onto a Medicare supplement and to a Part D plan.
Yeah, and that penalty's for the rest of their life, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
That in some cases it can be.
Yeah, that's just disappointing if people don't do their research and realize that. So it's so important for us to get this education out. Now, you also offer a number of other types of insurances.
Correct.
Do you want to go into a little bit of detail on some of the other services that you offer?
Sure. We are a full independent insurance agency at Flagler. We offer home, auto, business insurance, flood insurance, golf carts. We offer all types of business insurance for restaurants, tradesmen, commercial auto, manufacturer, office buildings, whatever it might be. In addition, we write term life insurance for families that are buying a home. We do seniors guaranteed issue life insurance, final expense, everything. In addition to temporary health insurance, we have a lot of people during the COVID crisis that lost their health insurance, and we do a short-term policy that covers you up to 2 years with great benefits. And it can be structured as a first dollar coverage, or it can be structured as a catastrophic policy to pay in the event that you go into the hospital, because bankruptcy with medical bills is the number one cause in America today. Medical bills that's the number one cause of bankruptcy in America today. So it's a real strategic thing. I had a friend of mine who was in great health. She was in her late 30s, had no health insurance, and so she had emergency appendectomy on New Year's Eve, and it was $50-something thousand. So anyway, you just never know. The cost of medical care today
Yeah.
is astronomical. So we write a lot of that, but we do everything. We also have one of our team members that's very fluent in Spanish. She's from Lima, Peru.
Okay.
So for a lot of our clients out there, we have a lot of clients that move down from up north that are buying property here. We do seasonal and full-time residents, condos, homeowners, whatever they might need.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today and being a part of our new Seniors Blue Book Network. We can't wait to introduce you to our viewers today.
Exactly. Do you need our address here at Gateway and our phone number?
We'll put it in the chat.
You'll put it in the chat? Okay, wonderful. All right. I just
right.
wanted to make sure.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on.